What's going on? Huh? Come on. What's going on, buddy? Huh? What? What? We have to talk about your drug use. Yeah. That bag right there. I think it kind of... You weren't yourself yesterday. Yeah. You weren't yourself yesterday. And I think it's because of your drug use. I do. I mean, you can defend it. But I mean, what are you just going to be high every day? Is that who you are now? You're the stoned cat? Is that who you want to be in the world? Huh? Don't you have things you want to do that you can't do when you're high? Do you think you cat better when you're high? Do you think you're a better cat when you're stoned? Huh? Uh-huh. That's what I thought. Well, I don't know. I guess I can adjust to it, but would that just make me a cat codependent? Am I just a cat codependent anyways? Am I just an enabler? You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck, do you? Buster. Do you give a fuck? I don't think you do. Think you put on a good act? Huh? So you want me to leave the bag out? Can I trust you to control it? Look, it's hard times for everybody. Everybody wants to get high all day, man. But, hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Yeah. All right. You can get high. I don't care. Just don't act weird, man. Just don't act like you don't know me, all right? Don't fucking get all nipped up and then be like, who's that guy? I don't know that guy. Yeah. What? I have to say, though, you don't go at it like other cats I've had. Yeah. Huh? All right? All right? Uh-oh. We just had this discussion. And you're just going to do it right in my face? Like, good talk, Marc. Where's my bag? Where's my catnip bag? All right. Hey, man, I can only, speak from my own experience. But if you're not ready, you're not ready. All right. Let's go see if it's fucking freezing out. I mean, how cold can it really be? It's fucking Los Angeles. Oh, no. Good morning, Cholo Jesus. We back? What's going on, man? Is my lens filthy? Huh. All right. Maybe we're not. That solves that. I haven't taken Buster to the vet yet. It's an ordeal. Good morning. It's an ordeal. Things are an ordeal. Things, at least in this state, where people seem to still kind of be taking the plague seriously. I got, it's not an emergency, so like I have to wrap my brain around putting him in the cage, sitting in the lot, waiting for somebody to come get him, getting on the phone with the vet, talking to the vet in the parking lot, just tell him, I think he's all right. I just think maybe he's a little fat, and he seems to get winded easy, and I don't know what's going on with his kidneys. Buster he hasn't been to the vet a whole lot, not since the ordeal. I'm drinking a little different coffee today. Somebody sent me this Dawn, what's her name, Dawn Fox or whoever here, sent me a can of that Cafe Du Monde coffee from New Orleans, which I think you need to drink with steamed milk and sweeten it. So I sweetened it with the stevia, made some steamed milk, and now I'm having New Orleans style coffee with the chicory in it, which I don't think was a taste thing. I think that chicory in coffee was because there was a coffee shortage during some war, so they cut it with the chicory, which brewed up a nice color, but then had sort of a taste to it. But I don't think it started as like, this would be nice. It started as fuck, we're almost out of coffee. What the fuck are we gonna do? How are we gonna keep selling this shit? How are we gonna keep thinking things are okay? And then somebody came up with chicory. And now it's like a thing. It's interesting how that was. The inception was, God damn it, we're almost out. Put that shit in it. And now it's like, have you had that with the chicory? The coffee here in Italy is the bomb. Of course it is. Of course it is. How's the plague in Italy right now? It's fucking ridiculous here. Everything's fucking ridiculous. We thought we got a fucking day or two of relief, and now it's just an onslaught of fucking weird ass bullshit that only goes to show you one thing. No matter who wins, it's time to go. Buddha face. Yes. Yes. Your neighbor's prepared. Your neighbor's ready to go. Your neighbor's waiting to be activated. They've already been radicalized. They're just waiting to be activated. When can I kill that fucking lib fuck down the street? When does that become okay? Too close? Use whatever options you use at your disposal to maintain your sanity, as long as you don't hurt yourself or others, right? Dig it. Too close? Yeah, I don't know if ultimately the coup is going to be successful, but I do know what is successful. About 70 million fucknuts in this country who have allowed themselves to be brain-addled, gaslit, radicalized by bullshit. And one day we'll have to go to work and see them again. Chicory and cinnamon, huh? Blues recommendation. I listened to Robert Johnson, but what's next? I don't know. All of it? The entire history of modern music? And so, knock yourself out. I don't know. It depends where you want to go. I don't know if you're the person who I just sent stuff to, but someone said, like, because of what we did last week, that they never really listen to much blues. So the 3 records I sent to somebody who doesn't know the blues, I sent Muddy Waters, Real Folk Blues, the first one, Chess Records. And I sent Howlin' Wolf's, I think it's Howlin' at the Moon, can't remember, but not too early, but the one with Killing Floor on it and some other ones. Sent that record. And I sent Mississippi Fred McDowell a collection of the Alan Lomax recordings. So if you want to go in order, I would go get that Mississippi Fred McDowell. Get that older one, though. The Alan Lomax recordings, if you can find it. Ronnie McGee and Sonny Terry's good for folk blues, but if you want to head into rock from Robert Johnson, or into modern sort of Chicago blues, electrified, Sonny and Terry are good. But to me, I like it, but it doesn't have the darkness that I enjoy. Give me that fucking Sun House Death Letter record. And if you want to go harmonica, fucking go for some sad harmonica. Yeah, but Burnside's later, man. Sunhouse Death Letter, yeah. That's the shit. Some Buck of White going. Thoughts on Parlor. I don't know what it is. What is Parlor? Oh, you enjoyed the Frank Langella? Good. Is Parlor is that new conservative Twitter? I don't give a fuck. Jack White Death Letter. No, go all the way back. Go to Sun House Death Letter. Jack White's got a big old big painting in his office of Charlie Patton, but that's pre-Robert Johnson. Mance Lipscomb. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. All I'm trying to do now is stay relatively disengaged from too much news and just kind of ride this out. I don't know what else we can do. They're all trying to, terrify us and, make us buckle, and it's probably working because, I talk to a lot of freaked out people. I go in and out of being freaked out, but it's just going to be awful. But we knew that. That's the weird thing is, like, we all kind of knew that. I think I talked about this on my goddamn special. Right? I mean, this is not surprising. It's just more scary. I don't know if the system will hold up. I really don't know. Why do they give him airtime? I don't know. Write some letters. Freaked out about what? Seriously? I'm really freaked out about the beautiful day that's happening and the lack of crows. I feel abandoned by crows. You a fan of Gretsch guitar? Not much. But we had a conversation. I'm sorry I didn't post yesterday's, if anyone gives a fuck. But I fucked up. I turned off the app before I saved it, and it went away. And I think it was a pretty good one. What did we cover? Do we need to cover more? I know we had a conversation about guitars, and oddly, someone was asking me about an SG yesterday. I almost bought an SG yesterday. But I don't need another guitar. You know why? Because I'm not a professional guitar player. And I don't need to start a guitar collection like some saddle boomer fuck who has a bunch of guitars on the goddamn wall that he paid a lot of money for so he could look at and dream. I don't need to look at anything and fucking dream. The dream is over. What can I say? The dream is over yesterday. I was the dreamer, but now I'm John. So, yeah, the cast iron saga, I've got some information. I got some feedback. And I have two choices. Seeing as I just baked a layer of fucking flaxseed oil onto gunk, I read one article about a guy that spent like a good part of a week kind of like hammering away at some antique cast iron. Like he made it his life. I could do that. Or you dream of the 90s is alive in Portland. Really? Get to a meeting. Seriously, you okay? Or I could just do what one guy said, which is what I would have done, which I've tried before, is just fucking spray that fucking thing put it in a bag, spray it all up with Easy Off, shut the bag, wait a couple days, come back, pull it out, scrub the fuck out of it. I know that Easy Off's toxic, but you know what? I happen to have a few masks around. Getting fat, dude. So, Howie over at Rivington posted an SG, a 72 with a tremolo, and I'm like, I know it's a song lyric. Come on, you guys. Don't make me understand why so many people are so easily brain fucked. Please. I expect more from you. Yes, I know it was a song. Stargazer Cast Iron is great. Stargazer the band is great. Have you seen that chick? Whoa. Fucking rock and roll, man. I don't mind just having Lodge cast iron. I don't mind it. I don't need to spend more on fancy cast iron. Yes, American Utopia was great. Fuck, man, the guitar it wasn't even that expensive, relatively speaking, to old guitars, right? So I texted Howie and I'm like, what's the deal on that guitar for that price? It's got to be fucked up. 72 SG, 2 P90s with a tremolo. Now, you know, SG is just like a thin plank of wood. Pickups just sit on it, so they're thin ass neck. I used to have an SG that I thought was the coolest guitar in the world, so somebody pointed out to me that it had been repaired after it fell down and then headstock popped off, which happens to SGs. Yeah, I should have Eric Griffin on. I don't know why that hasn't happened. Lodge is fine. It's cast iron. What, you can tell me there's artisanal, actual cast iron? Or just like cool cast iron? I got a pan from some Brooklyn cast iron foundry. It was fine, but it actually wasn't designed that well, to be honest with you. It looked cool, but it wasn't designed that well. I had an old Gibson SG and I've had an Epiphone SG, but this one was cool. It's like $2,700, and I'm like, I've got 3 guitars with fucking P90s on it. I don't use a tremolo that much. They look cool. Ray Seahorns tomorrow. But I just don't want to be that guy. I'm not that guy. I've accumulated some guitars. Many I've gotten for free because I've hustled them. Because I take what little power I have as a celebrity to try to get free shit. That's part of the payoff. So when you fucking assholes complain like, no, so you get free shit? I do get free shit. Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of why we do this. It's part of the scam. Actually, it's not an intent. It's not why we get into it. But when we can, flex a small amount of power to get a pair of shoes, I'm taking the shoes. I'm fucking taking the shoes. Sorry you didn't figure life out to where you can get free shoes. Too close? Use whatever options you have at your disposal to maintain your sanity without hurting yourself or others. I don't need to replace the cast iron. I got a bunch of fucking cast iron. I'm just mad about this one pan because I brought it into this world. It started as a baby. It was my baby. Look at this guy. This comic fucking... I showed this book yesterday, I think. Now look, I'm not saying it's Faulkner, but this fucking comic, I don't even know if I've met him. This guy, Sam Talent. The book is called Running the Light, which has implications, both comedically and in life and, in a car, whatever. Sam Talent, Running the Light. If you want to read about what comedy was and the guys that were around before there was even an alt anything, this is the book. It's menacing. Well, for me, it's not menacing. But reading this book, Sam sent it to me. I don't know if I've met Sam. I don't know if I know him. But I guess Stanhope and Kreischer told him to send it to me. And it seems to be working because look what I'm doing. But it's making me feel like I relapsed. That's a good book. He didn't ask me for a blurb. I don't think Sam necessarily gives a fuck about my comedy. But this book is making me feel like I relapsed on blow. Well, he's clearly a Comedy Works guy, so it means I must have met him at some point. But I like how he folds in real guys with the other guys. I would have given him a blurb. This book makes me feel like I'm relapsed. The cast iron pan is a metaphor for America, democracy, our souls. Yeah. Okay, I'll work on it. I'll keep the pan and I'll make it right. I fucked it up. So it's on me to make it right by whatever means necessary. I just remember when I went down the cast iron rabbit hole before, I needed to clean a pan. My HBO comedy half hour from 96 is on Hulu. That's actually from 95. I think some of that stuff still holds up. But I went down a pretty deep rabbit hole in terms of cleaning it, and I eventually figured my only options were to go to some place that had a smelter where I could dip it in and burn off everything because the temperature is just below, melting iron. Or you had to create a lye bath with an electrical current in it, but the downside of that is that it might blow up. So that was where I was willing to go in the past to clean a pan. I was like, how do I make this lye bath? And then how do I figure out the electronic part of it and not die? That's the kind of time I had. Why can't I be writing a script with this time? Fucking spent the day going through goddamn books yesterday. Cat Stevens, come over and clean my pan with me. I had some passing dreams of, I'm hiking with Dean today. Is Dean hiking? He didn't give me a heads up. He just fucking texted me a picture of him with a guitar that I'm sure he's about to sell. A flying V of some kind. But no invitation to hike. I guess he's going to go do a few dates with Burr in Texas, but I'm not doing it. I'm not. There's nothing heroic about doing distance comedy in a parking lot or a third fill theater. Not for me. I can wait. It's hard to be creative in a stressful environment. I'm doing it now. You're soaking in it. Do I have enough interest in David Gilmour to have him? Sure, I would have David Gilmour on the pod. I had the fucking angry one. I had the angry one of the comedy team of Pink Floyd. Why not have the fun one? I had the angry clown. Let's have the fun clown. I went hiking day before yesterday. I'll go tomorrow. My idea got kind of thrown out of whack. I had to interview Glenn Close yesterday morning, which was lovely. And I did the workout on the porch. And today, I gotta go to the doctor to figure out what's going on with myself muscularly. Of course, I have this amazing conversation with Michael J. Fox, but within 48 hours, I'm like, do I have a thing? Is this the beginning? Am I having a thing? Shia LaBeouf. Look, I was given his phone number by somebody. I texted him. I said, anytime. He said, check back with me in 6 weeks. I did. It's not that important to him. Everyone's got a fucking podcast. It doesn't matter. Mine doesn't matter. I had dreams of old friends. She's going to be amazing in Hillbilly Elegy. Well, I watched that. And she was amazing. Yes, I am sort of a hypochondriac. Take Buster to the vet. I'm gonna. What's the vet's gonna say? He's not shitting blood. He's not shitting abnormally. His energy's okay. He's a little despondent. But see, now you don't realize. Johnny Flynn, he's okay. He was good. He's a little it's like just own the stories, pal. Let's go. What was I talking about? Oh, so there's nothing like when I'm down to one cat, that fucking guy gets all the attention, right? So if he's just sleeping on the couch like last night, Buster just sleeping next to me, I'm like, you all right? What's going on? What, are you tired? I mean, it's 11 at night and you're just laying there sleeping next to me on the couch. You okay though? I mean, is this normal? So I don't want to freak you guys out, but there's really nothing to freak out about. But he hasn't been there since the kidney failure and since he got, a good bill of health after the kidney failure a couple years ago. He's lost 2 cats and a person. Yeah. Right. That's true. What did I think of Hillbilly Elegy? It did something. It's a Ron Howard movie, so there is an element of I wouldn't call it sappy, but it's a weighty sort of American story shot through that kind of the struggle of a guy to sort of move past his upbringing. But the acting's phenomenal, and the ability to, I think the real task was, and I talked about it with Glenn. I don't even know if I should be talking about this. Am I breaking the rules of the press embargo? They're great, and it's good. The acting's kind of stunning. You watch End Times Fun again? How's that hold up? Sentimental. Yeah, that's kind of it. But this one's pretty heavy, man. These are heavy characters. Yeah, well, that's the thing about Buster, man. You really sad to say this, but isn't it a good movie? So who are you to break the press embargo, lady? I would not say it's a bad movie. I would say that the one thing that they were able to do with the material is sort of transcend stereotype and create a humanity to sort of uniquely American broken people that get the short end of the stick in terms of judgment wise. And I thought that the 2 lead actresses certainly, went for it. But it is a story about a guy's, kind of owning himself after a miserable hill person childhood. I liked Queen's Gambit. Did you like the way how Joker turned out? I don't know. I thought he cut it. I thought the Joker could have been better with like one scene. I just think he rested on the laurels of the idea of mental illness, that he didn't, necessarily really, it just, everything got lost in this sort of attempt to have a gritty look and, get him. You're waiting the whole fucking movie for him to turn into the Joker. So why was so much of that? Why didn't I give a shit or have any challenge to, why wasn't there any empathy at all? I think that if there was one scene where you really got a sense that Joaquin's character was trying to do something good, other than just being this sad fucking clown for hire. Like if you saw him Lynn brought this up, but if you saw him early on just in a scene where he's entertaining kids at a hospital, legit, and doing a good job of it, that would have made all the difference in terms of the struggle of his character. You just never got the sense that he had any semblance of reality, which he clearly did, and you didn't get the sense that his struggle with mental illness, was rooted in any sort of struggle between sort of good and evil. Like you should have seen him doing some good shit. You don't think I'd like Oklahoma? I've been to Oklahoma. Hillbilly Elegy isn't an apologia to American racism? No. I did not get that at all. Actually. But then again, I don't know who decides that. I didn't see it, but then like at some point people could be like, well, if you think about this or that or I didn't see that, but someone will. Probably. He took care of his mother, but like, in the same way that Norman Bates did. She was dead, but I mean, you have this sort of established thing of killers and their mothers. That he took care of her, but you also got the sense that she was mentally ill and he was brain fucked by it, and that somehow or another there was this evil at the core of it somewhere. It's not enough, not in that genre of fucking psychopaths taking care of their mothers. What states have I not been to? I think I've been to all the states. I'm not sure about South Dakota, but I think I've been to all the other ones. Did I like Harmony Korine when I met him? The second time. I don't know if this is keeping up here. The COVID thing's fucked, dude. Tulsa is pretty progressive. Yeah, anytime there's a qualifier in front of progressive, that means there's a couple of coffee shops and a bookstore and some people with dreadlocks. Who are we talking about? I don't know. Who are we talking about? Where are we at? Cat Stevens, where are we at as a country and a planet? I need to fill the fucking hummingbird feeder. What do you want to do, man? What do you want to do? What can I do for you? Huh? Have I been to Vancouver? Yeah, a lot. Ever seen Life Ahead? What's it? No. Delaware. I've been to Delaware. Driven through. Favorite comedy club? That's a good question. That Comedy Works is pretty good in Denver. The one downtown. That's a fucking good one. Acme is good, but not structurally. But for some reason, the audiences are great. Those are ones that people know. Some of them are gone. Oh, Harmony Korine, the second time, yeah. The second time he was okay. But, he's one of those guys, it's like, these people, like, half their energy goes into being, weird on purpose. And you're like, okay, this is... I think he's gotten less like that. But, I've talked to a lot of people, and the ones that are affected, he happens to be talented, but also he's hiding a lot. Some people are weird because they've mutated their personality to sort of, maintain a bunch of like dark, shitty secrets and behavior. So you're kind of like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to get. Fine. Do I think Trump will leave? I do. But I think that the damage that he's doing now and has done in terms of, splitting the country, I think that he'll leave, but America's done. Probably forever. But that's just me. Maybe he won't leave and, we'll just sort of have this, fit and start and kind of weird, difficult birth into authoritarianism that'll last for years and years, and a good many people will be okay with it. I don't know. How's it feel to kind of predicted all this? I didn't. How did Rascals in Jersey compare to... I was at Rascals a million years ago. I did the TV show they shot at Rascals in New Jersey. It was a big, wide, difficult room. It was not intimate. It was one of those larger comedy clubs, in my memory. So, I don't know. I don't know how it compared. I can't really judge. I did it when I was still using drugs in the 80s. Once. What do you want to do? You want to go pick a record? Thoughts on Theo Von? I didn't like him at all for a long time. And but then I kind of got used to him. He doesn't want to be on my show, though, apparently. I've asked him like 2 or 3 times. Just wouldn't do it. I like Harmony's movies. I'm not judging Harmony. I like the guy. I think he's the real deal. He's a real fucking artist. He's had real struggles. It's hard to... He's a little dodgy in the talking. What's my favorite Bob Dylan album? It's hard to fucking, settle on that. The media... Trump didn't split the country. The media did. I don't know. I don't think that's true. I think Trump and the idea of Trump emboldened a lot of people that were ready to fill a vacuum and be proud of their racism, their intolerance, and their desire for single-party rule. I think it's always been here. We didn't really know how many there were, and he added a bunch of new ones. But more than anything else, it really revealed, I think, how shallow, stupid, and angry and easily manipulated / radicalized a good many of our neighbors are. Like, for me, I can't fucking understand someone who is intolerant or judges the other in a negative way or feels like threatened by that. But then again, I don't live the life that some people live, and I don't know where they came from or how they grew up. But I cannot. It's like that line in Michael Clayton, people are fucking incomprehensible. I cannot empathize or understand decisions made around hate and around maintaining power. I don't know. I know that it happens in humanity, and I know that it's not uncommon, but I can't get myself into there to where your personal integrity is compromised and shattered by hate or by the desire to maintain power. Fleetwood Mac in Chicago is a good listen. Someone made me this beanie. The media is only a symptom. Well, the media, and like, there's so many people just spinning garbage, but it's not. What is that? What does the media mean? Are you lumping? Are you? Is that the internet as well? This idea that this mainstream media has somehow fucked everybody. It's really the media that you choose on your fucking table. I mean, are you lumping that in? Because if Facebook and misinformation driven through social media platforms isn't part of the media, it seems like you're missing a pretty big fucking chunk. I mean, who the fuck watches CNN, really? Were you on the Mighty Ducks? I was cut out of the second Mighty Ducks movie. Yeah, education would help. I mean, fuck, I didn't learn about American government, or I wasn't paying attention when I was in high school. A lot of seemingly nice, normal people voted for him again because they're shallow and stupid and ignorant and not educated. Or they just they just like the tough guy thing. Most of the world, I would say, that you know what's happening here is part of the world. A lot of people buy into the kind of facade that he puts up. It's like, we just need a strong guy. They buy it. No, who the fuck is invested in politics in this country? Hardly anybody. So when somebody shows up like, I like that guy, that's enough. Look at him, he's giving it. He's really sticking it to those sad people desperately running away from their country so they don't die. He's really giving it to them. Fucking good for him. We don't need him here. Stick their kids in a cage. I love that guy. Fuck those people. Yeah, that's a problem. Real strength, huh? Yeah, thank God for some of the journalists. Hey, McLuhan might have been right. I was going through books, man. Trump owns Ted Nugent. Good. Let him. Do I like Santana? I'm all right. Do you want to do the record thing? How long are we going to go? You want to do the record thing? You want to see what books I'm throwing away? How can I help you? How can I entertain you today? I can only do what I can do. Too close? Buddha face. I can't. It's no song and dance here. You're getting in a shower with me? Hold on, I'm way behind you guys. Jesus, I was looking at comments from a year ago. Would I ever do the White House Correspondents' Dinner? No. It'd make me too nervous. Fucking ruin my year. I don't fucking need that kind of pressure. For what? What are we doing? Buster, books, or the record. You want to randomly select a record? Does that sound fun? Buster opened the show. Fuck, man, now I need more coffee. Oh! Don't tell me what to do. What are you doing, man? Why are you on that table? Would you fucking stop getting high all the time? This behavior, I don't know what to do with it. I know you're fucking wasted. What? Do you feel good? Are you proud of yourself? Buster? Yeah? Uh-huh. What are you thinking? Oh, okay. Are you happy? It's like my mother said. When I came home stoned from smoking pot in John Luthie's treehouse. Do you feel good? Why don't you go play guitar? They say you play better when you're like that. Lay off it, buddy. Give it a rest. All right. Hi, Lynn. What are we doing? Records? Boil some fucking water. All right, so how do you want to do this? You want to just tell me when to stop? Where do you want to start? Okay, so that's A through like D, and this is like E through fucking K, or E through, I don't know, whatever. Maybe over this one. This is a good piece of swag. R.I.P. No, we're not picking one I want to hear. I think we've just got to pick one. We've got to kind of go through. I'm running my fingers. Pick a K record. All right. We got to commit to it though. Right? Okay, so I'm running my hands. Somebody say stop. Somebody say stop. Say stop. Say stop. Nobody's helping me. I need stop. I need someone to say stop. Okay. Oh, what is this? I don't even know what this is. But we've got to honor it. I'm not sure why I have it or what it is. I think it's New England. I think it's New Zealand punk. I know this is disappointing to some of you, but let's all learn, because this is one of those records that I probably listened to once and said like, okay, that sounds like the real deal. Does anyone know this record? No. I'm not seeing anybody. This is where we're at. And we're all going to learn something, I think. Good. Like, I don't know this record, but I have it. That happens a lot in my life. Here we go. Ready? I'm ready. Yeah, sounds like Ty. I guess we know where Ty Segall got some of his fucking act. So he's from a band called the Tall Dwarves? Really? See, now the real question becomes, do I have any tall dwarves and I didn't know I had them? See, this is the fun part, is where you're like, oh, nope, goes right from Talking Heads to I felt like I had a fucking Tall Dwarves record. That's a hard one to find. You like psychedelic music? All right. We don't have to do books now. I think we've done it, right? Well, the next song is going to start. Let's go see how the next song is. Alright, this is ridiculous. What, are we going to spend the whole fucking day together? Books are on their way out, man. I got that bookshelf. That was in the box. And I'm just starting to A lot of books are sent to me and I'm just not going to read them, and I have to accept that. We'll go through books another time. I'm assuming that it's something you'd be interested in, which is crazy. Don't fall down the stairs and die like that. That would be sad. Let's go to breakfast? Yeah. What do I have for breakfast? God, man. What a fucking great show. This turns out to be pretty good shit. This guy Joey sent me all these hot sauces. They're pretty good. Yam, kabocha, roast chicken, Japanese sweet potato, cabbage I made last night, brown onion, fried onions, spaghetti squash, krauts, pickled onions. None of that sounded very fun. All right. What time is it? I got to do a thing for Stardust. Listen to this fucking music, you guys. What do you mean no greens? What is cabbage? How did I do the cabbage? That was fun, man. I like the spontaneous record thing. What's up? What's up? What are you're fucking so high, Buster? Buster. Hey, Buster. Hey. How to do the cabbage? I took a red onion. I started cooking it in a wok with avocado oil. Then I threw in a bunch of cloves of pressed garlic. Then I put a bunch of shredded cabbage in there. Salt. Sauteed it up, got it soft. Chopped up some dill. Threw that in there and made sort of some sort of like almost Ukrainian or Eastern European cabbage saute. That's how that went down. This is the longest fucking thing. And you know, I got to play guitar. I mean, I've got to record later this afternoon, so there's an outside chance we could do this again. But I feel like we've had enough today, don't you? Isn't it enough? Cat Stevens? Cat Stevens, is it ever enough? Okay. Use whatever options you have at your disposal and maintain your sanity without hurting yourself or others. Okay? And if somebody could just give me the answer. Because I'm tired of like tossing and turning in the darkness, wondering what makes life worth living. Even though it's a very nice day and in the present everything seems great, the anxiety and existential pressure that primarily comes out of my phone is too much. Buddha face. What's 42? Cabbage Stevens. Cat Stevens, thank you for the cabbage recipe. What's 42? What was all the 42 business? Big Bear is the answer. I don't think so. Love makes it worth living. Okay. Well, I'll try to figure out where that is. Oh, the answer to the world is 42? Actually, right now, I think it's 46, isn't it? See? See what I did there? Do you see what I did there?